This show is brought to you by
6 years old, maybe. Productions.
Happy New Year, crew members.
Hey-o! Ho! Happy New Year. God damn it, it's so good to be back up in here. So good to be back up in here.
What's
been a
good,
while.
brother?
Finally healthy.
Been a
That's
minute.
nice. Yes.
It's been a minute.
Oh my goodness. Missed, 2 straight weeks being the deathly ill.
Yeah, that shit was wild. We got to run because I had Clyburn here that weekend.
Yeah.
We got to run with you because we had Alex from Witcher Spaghetti Policy. He came up for the Flyers game, Flyers Capitals, and then the day after you were like, "Dude, I'm dead,
Dude, and I was so hoping because when we went to the game, when I woke up the next morning, my throat was all messed up. I was like, it's got to just be from all the screaming at the game.
Dude, honestly, it was a fantastic game.
And then it just kept going and going, and then my sinuses and the headaches and the chills and the fevers. I had a fever literally off and on for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It was bananas. It was absolutely bananas.
When people talk about a man cold or a man flu, this is what it actually is. What this
Yeah.
man goes through.
The
not
death.
not that bitch shit that people talk about. A man got to sneeze and he's got a man cold. No, what my man
No.
goes through with 2 weeks on and off and having a fever.
Tried to kill me. Tried to kill me. So
Mother Nature tried to kill you.
Sure did. But anyway, we're here. We're healthy. We're down a guy, but he'll be back next week.
Yes,
We'll be here next week, and we're going to do a little special episode for everybody because we got some milestones we be hitting.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, God. But anyway, what we're going to do today, it was going to be a news episode because we don't like to do too much original shit without Anthony if we can avoid it.
And the next original one we have is going to be popping, dude. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be fun. You probably already done your notes at this point, right? Because we were supposed to do it.
I actually have, and I procrastinate normally anyway. So
Anyway, so what we're gonna do today, since we're just fresh into this new year, we're gonna talk about some of the most anticipated titles of 2024.
please.
And it's gonna be some fun. We're gonna go off of NPR because they put a nice little list together. And if there's anything that they don't have on there that that we're anticipating, obviously we'll bring up.
Yep.
But there's so many trailers and announcements that drop. It's so hard for me to keep track of which ones are actually 2024, which ones are 2025.
So the way that I try my best to pay attention to that is I'll watch the DICE Awards, which are actually going to be coming up soon. And we're actually going to have an episode on that as well, just doing the nominations. But DICE Awards, Game Awards, stuff like that. Because then with the Game Awards is always going to tell you what's going to be coming out next year. You know what I mean? Because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I mean, those people, they buy X amount of time in between the awards to go ahead and put this shit out. So,
indeed. So going with them, another thing I like about NPR is they've actually done it in order of which games are coming first. So it's not like we're getting shit from March before February and all that shit.
I do appreciate order.
So we're gonna start off with, and I know these games are huge, Persona 3 Reload. But yeah, Persona 3 Reload comes out February 2nd. It says here, it's set the current franchise template with its edgy teen aesthetic and weave of social simulation RPG mechanics. Odd as it was in 2006, perhaps this slick new version will entice the parts of people that want to explore a ghoulish Tokyo with fashionable friends.
Ooh.
So
what's the
gonna be
play
fun.
style like? What's the art like?
The art style is like Persona 3. Their art style is actually
just like P5.
You should pull. Yeah, I believe so. You should pull these up and you actually, I believe. When we go into this next one, I believe you were excited about this one, and if I'm lying, you can correct me. But February 16th, Skull and Bones.
Okay,
you were talking about that, weren't you?
I've talked about that because I do have friends that play that.
Okay.
That have spent some time in the Skull and Bones world. Yeah, dude, because that's had a preview or a beta that's been out for a hot fucking minute.
Yeah, so the swashbuckling piracy that was the best part of Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Skull and Bones is bringing that action to a standalone game, shifted from the Caribbean to the Indian Ocean and African coasts. It promises story-rich quests that give it an MMO vibe as you adventure on your ship. So that's going to be pretty cool. And these people specifically here, just so I give credit where it's due, James Perkins Mastro Marinos, who wrote this article, says that he's looking forward to seeing how it compares with the more cartoony Sea of Thieves. I know Sea of Thieves is a lot of fun, but every time you see those games, man, I do wonder what a game like that would be with legit, real graphics.
Yeah. So yeah, Sea of Thieves is it's very kid-ish styled. I mean,
yeah, I've seen
it's
it.
like cell shaded.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's just really kind of like kooky looking. And I mean, like I get it. I mean, those games certainly are fun. I understand it. But yes, dude, Skull and Bones, like to where you are a pirate. You are. I mean, dude, if you want to steal somebody else's ship, fucking go.
That sounds like so much fun. And that being an
I think
MMO.
Assassin's Creed Origins had something similar to that type of stuff. I got to ask Anthony because Anthony played that game more than I did.
With legitimate graphics, not like a cartoony kid cell shaded type thing, would this be the first like pirate themed MMO? I don't know if it is. I feel like
in like major market, maybe.
Interesting.
I'll say it like that because I'm pretty sure, I'm almost guaranteed there has to be something on Steam. There has to be a run of like probably 20 games on Steam that are some type of like pirate simulation thing. I mean, that's my guess.
The next one we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on, and Wes will understand why as soon as I say it. February 29th, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Sure.
Yeah. Again, not hating. I'm sure a lot of people are going to love it. I just feel like we spend a lot of time on Final Fantasy, so we can just skip that.
We do. And I mean, look, we've said it. We've continuously said it. We get it. It is we understand the love of the franchise. We understand how devout these fans are. I mean, shit, they're like the regular games are up to like what, 16?
Sure.
I think.
Sure.
I mean, look, it's Capcom. We know it's going to be super pretty. I mean, we know we're going to get some like really, really cool looking graphics. You're going to have a huge fucking sword because you have Cloud in there. So just fucking rock out, man.
So this one, I don't know if you've heard of this because I haven't, and it sounds very interesting. Have you heard of Life by You? So March 5th, early access. So in 2015, Paradox Interactive took a wild but ultimately successful swing at toppling the Farm City building franchise SimCity by launching Cities Skylines. Now that I've heard of. This spring, the Swedish publisher wants to unseat another legendary Maxis franchise, The Sims. They're coming after The Sims here. Led by former Sims head Rod Humble, Paradox's Life by You is also a social simulator focusing on hyper customizability. Clothing, furniture, houses, businesses, towns, storylines, quests. Seemingly nothing is locked away from players to make their own. Let me see here. So they're coming for The Sims. That
Absolutely.
is way more realistic looking than Sims.
See, I was just about to say
Holy
that. And
moly. When they say hyper customizability, my goodness.
And I'm waiting for it to actually have a real language. An actual language.
Argy larg. Eensy teensy wa.
So you know something really funny that's just random as hell? Katy Perry, she did one of her songs in Sims language, in SimSpeak, for one of the games.
I mean, that's dope and that makes sense.
She re-recorded her song in SimSpeak.
That's cool.
Like, that's just wild to me.
Now, you know what they say, because for these types of games, for the social simulators, Sims is king. And you know what they say? If you're going to come at the king, you best not miss.
I'm correct.
So, I'm interested. I like it.
I will say this. I appreciate the hair, at least, for people of color. It looks like it looks like texture-wise they actually have something there.
We're looking at some pictures that look... It doesn't look that far off from a Sims game, but it's a lot more hyper-realistic for that type of game. Like, it's not as cartoony. Apparently, there's a lot more options, a lot more customizable options, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes, but I'm interested. So, yeah, that's Life by You, the early access March 5th. March 8th, Homeworld 3.
Homeworld 3.
Yeah. Looks interesting. Despite high-profile releases, 2023 didn't satisfy this person's hunger for an all-consuming real-time strategy game.
Oh, this is the game from Gearbox, right?
This is the game. So,
Is this from Gearbox?
Blackbird Interactive.
No, it's not Gearbox. Gearbox has a game that's like one of these like space things. Like I remember during one of the E3 things, or during like the summer of stuff.
Interesting. So it says Homeworld 3, the space combat RTS from Blackbird Interactive. The first franchise title was revolutionary in 1999. Wow. Is when the first one came out. And gameplay footage for this spring's sequel looks just as promising. Apart from battling for galactic dominance over a dozen or more hours in the main campaign, it allows you and up to 2 other friends to play roguelike missions in its new War Games mode.
Ooh.
So that's interesting.
Very.
All right. I like that.
Is this a straight PC game, or is this going to be out for all?
Let me see. Give me 1 second, my dude.
I'm trying to look that up right now myself.
Homeworld 3 platform just says Microsoft Windows.
Yep.
However,
Okay. So yeah, it's mainly PC.
However, it is possible that it comes console.
That is true. I mean, look, and if it does, it's going to be Game Pass, just because of
That's how it goes.
the way that it works with Microsoft Windows.
Yeah. I love the name of this next one. Unicorn Overload.
Yes, that's all I want.
Yeah. While laden with anime tropes, the narrative ambition of Vanillaware 13 Sentinels, holy moly, it is a tactical RPG that almost kind of has a Fire Emblem vibe.
It does. It absolutely does.
Just now looking at the album art, the cover art.
Cover art.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude, that is very much.
Oh yeah. Oh, that looks cool. That definitely looks cool.
Okay. I've been getting a lot more into turn-based things because of my D&D adventures that have been going on lately. So, yeah, I absolutely think I could rock with this.
So next one. So we have to talk about the next two for sure.
When does this one come out? Do we know?
March 8th.
March 8th. Okay.
then
Definitely going to look up that.
Coming in hot March 22nd, and I know there's a fan base for this one. Dragon's Dogma 2. Comes out 22nd. 2012's Dragon's Dogma is one of the most unique action RPGs ever played. Often compared to Dark Souls, which came out the year earlier, the game's nearly as hardcore with flashier class abilities and a unique pawn system that lets you recruit AI party members created by other players. That's cool. Can you imagine
fully
you
customized NPCs that you could bring on?
like you could make
Other
one that
people-
I can bring into my world.
Other people create the NPC and you bring them on. That's wild.
That's cool as shit.
And yeah, this definitely has that look of I am so sorry. What was the game you said that it's
Dark Souls.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
It's definitely
it
Souls-like,
has that
for sure.
Souls. Yeah, it definitely has that Souls
Yeah.
feel.
Now I don't believe as difficult, which will make a lot of people which will make the hardcore Souls player not as happy. The people who
Souls
want to
games.
play games like Souls, but it's just too hard, are gonna like this one.
Because I mean that is the big thing with Souls games, Dark Souls and any of that stuff, because they are gorgeous games. They are beautiful games. The graphics are amazing. It's just the biggest problem is even on their easiest difficulty, they are extremely difficult. And it's one of those things that you like. It's very much the Japanese style of you need to wait for the right moment, a lot of parrying, a lot of counter strikes and stuff like that. You know what I mean, during the battles.
Now, this next one is one of the ones I'm most excited for because one of the most beloved Nintendo characters finally get their own chance to lead a game. Or should I say she gets her own chance to lead a game.
Come on.
And we are talking about Princess Peach Showtime.
Let's go.
Yep. This is the first time that Peach is getting the full Mario treatment with fun transformations, power-ups, and she's getting to lead her own game.
Have you played Wonder yet?
I have not. I've heard it's fantastic.
I've heard it's great too. I haven't played it either.
I've heard it is fantastic.
Ooh.
I plan on playing it, but this apparently is going to deliver all the great things you'd get out of a Mario game. But Peach is leading the charge this time.
Good.
About time she's not getting kidnapped and you got to come save her.
I know, right?
God, just imagine how all the alpha males out there feel if they ever come out with a game where she's got to rescue Mario. I don't know if that's the end game or not.
I'm waiting for there to be because you have Daisy and Rosalina and Peach. I'm waiting for there to be a black one and people lose their fucking mind. Honestly, that's what I'm waiting for because those alpha male motherfuckers, those are the ones that get fucking super pissed about that.
Moving on, same day, March 22nd.
Okay, so just to stick on Princess Peach Showtime real quick.
Good.
So it looks like it's very much a Mario Party style game.
It looks like it there.
It looks like in this one picture we're seeing a still shot, she's decorating a cake. And it's like she's doing like these little twisty dollops all along the cake and like all around it. So it's like, okay. Because you're trying to match. Yeah, there you go. You're trying to match the picture. That's right there. Got it.
Actually, no, believe it or not. It just looks like
It's
that. But
not?
no, Princess Peach Showtime is an upcoming action-adventure game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this might just be a mini game.
It is the first game to feature Princess Peach as the main protagonist since Super Princess Peach in 2005.
I don't even remember that.
I don't either. Probably because it gets buried by every other Mario game.
Probably.
And
I
also, I was still in high school at that point. So
I graduated high school the year before.
Now, March 22nd is a great day because you get Princess Peach Showtime, and this could not be further on the other end of the spectrum, but you get Rise of the Ronin.
Ooh.
Rise of the Ronin. So last year, Team Ninja took you to China's Three Kingdoms era with Wolong Fallen Dynasty for an enjoyable adventure that struggled to stand out in a crowded field of excellent 2023 games, unfortunately. But this year with Rise of the Ronin, they're taking us back to Japan and back to the team behind the excellent Nioh and Nioh 2 games.
Nice.
Rise of the Ronin has reportedly been in development for 7 years, and the studio says it is their most ambitious and challenging project to date. So they are basically saying this is the one to hang their hat on. And I bet you Anthony's going to be all about it.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, between, like, Rise of Ronin, Sifu,
And speaking of Anthony, the next one I'm about to get into, not far off.
Come on.
August 20th. And we're all interested because we've been talking about this game for a while now. Black Myth Wukong.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. The first time we saw that friggin' monkey out there beating the shit out of people.
And then turning into beetles and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, the last trailer they put out, it doesn't even look remotely like what we watched a few years back.
Yeah, it's fine. And this person, their name again, James, who wrote this article, he kind of put this perfectly because he said, Black Myth Wukong looks like a AAA Souls-like with slick action and terrifyingly bizarre character design.
Yeah.
That's...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things with that is that it's based off of the Monkey King.
Mm-hmm.
The Monkey King, which is Chinese, part of the Chinese lore, their culture. And I love the fact that when because we're getting stuff from that part, you know what I mean? Because we get a lot of stuff from Japan. We get a lot of like the Japanese lore and the culture, and we get a lot of that shit like here, from the States as well.
And what's going to be interesting, I'm hoping that this is going to serve as a springboard for another unknown developer to come into the game, because this is a largely this isn't like a developer coming out with a banger. This is a relatively unknown developer.
Well, I mean, when we first saw it, it was just one person's work.
Yeah, so the developer is Game Science, and the fact that they're new, it's hard to know what to expect. It could be a breakout success, but we'll see. But what does it say? But also, it's possible that the game and the studio will end up standing out for other less favorable reasons, as reports of a culture of sexism at Game Science could sour many who might otherwise have been interested.
Just when I'm excited about something.
I don't want that at all. But can we? If that was going to happen, could that have happened with Hogwarts Legacy, since that's already attached to a bitch anyway?
Or some type of Activision shit?
Yeah,
to where it's we expect it?
Yeah, you guys are already a dumpster fire, so we get it. Dang, that's upsetting. But hopefully they get that figured out. We're going to have to look into that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's going to have to come up in news at some point. So 2024, this does not have a date yet, but avowed.
It's been... So I remember when this first came out, all we had was a 45-second cinematic trailer of an arrow flying through the air and then landing in a crevasse. Yeah, I said crevasse. And then you just see just these, the skull eyes just glow, and you see something coming in from the caves. And then it said avowed. And that was it.
That's it.
But dude, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, so this is by Obsidian Entertainment.
Same people that did Fallout New Vegas.
Outer Worlds, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Their upcoming first-person fantasy game set in the Pillars of Eternity universe.
I forgot about that part. I tried playing Pillars of Eternity. I cannot figure it out.
Oh well,
the battle mechanics, I can't grasp.
Fair enough. Now it's funny. This is funny, but also kind of cool that this is on a list of most anticipated games, because when we watched the trailer collectively, well, when I say collectively, we all watched it in our homes, but we had the same reaction. And the reaction was, what the fuck are we watching? And that is none other than Baby Steps. You remember that?
Yes.
Where I said the
Yes.
game may be terrible, but it will probably be so incredibly...
Yeah,
you will have so many viral videos coming from that game.
So we said that game is going to be like this this year's thing of like Goose Game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Goat Simulator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
It's billed as a literal walking simulator. Baby Steps has you independently control each of the player character's legs, forcing you to think through locomotion you'd normally take for granted. Exactly. And,
Okay, so
and then you know how it ends?
oh
To what
my
I'm
God.
sure will bring hilarious results.
I am very excited for this game. I know, I remember you talking about, like, you hope this, hope that. I was completely in. Like, straight off the bat, I'm like, okay, fine. It's some tomfoolery. It's some fuckery. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy it.
That's as indie as it gets right there, bro.
I mean, dude, you have to worry about being on a skateboard.
Yeah.
With doing dual analog, trying to, oh my God.
Dude, if what we saw, because they generally, like, when they show games like this, especially the part that we saw, it led me to believe that that's probably the start of the game.
I would think so. Yeah,
And the very start of the game, they had you trying to, like, climb up this, there was like a pole in the ground that you had to climb up to get up to another thing, and it took the person like 3 minutes to figure that part out. So if that's the beginning of the game, dude, like, what's
I said, it is
on?
going to be a bunch of fuckery.
So now we got a little expansion stuff coming out here. Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree.
Ah, yes.
That's gonna be huge for people because Elden Ring was monster of a game.
Oh my God.
It was a monster of a game. While we've seen little about the upcoming expansion to 2022 Masterpiece Elden Ring, other than it appears to feature Miquella, a character shrouded in mystery so deep it makes the game's obtuse lore look transparent by comparison. But From Software has a reputation for incomparable DLC, so confident that it'll give more than enough reason to return to Elden Ring. So we will see how that goes. I'm sure it will be fantastic. I loved it while I was playing it, but then it got to the point where it started to feel like Souls, and it was just
A slog.
so much. Like, it was just so unnecessarily hard.
So
But very
I was
fun.
watching a YouTube video, Gamer Ranks, a YouTube channel we both love. We watch those guys. They're fantastic. Falcon and the rest of the gang. They just did one on replayability of games, and they did like a top 10. And I feel like Elden Ring is going to start filling in that role.
I mean,
I think Elden Ring can do it. Baldur's Gate 3 can easily do it because Baldur's Gate, dude, you can just fucking switch shit up like crazy.
it's very possible. A couple other ones that I will just, if you have something to say about it, you can let me know. I'm gonna go back a little bit just to throw out some names, some ones that I didn't bring up.
Alright.
Prince of Persia coming back with a
Yeah,
game.
it's coming out like next week.
Yeah, next week. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown's coming to everything. And a day
It
after
does look decent.
a day after that, I can't even, like, how old are we already that the remaster of Last of Us Part 2 is coming out? How's that possible? Actually, it seems fast for a remaster because wasn't that just Game of the Year like 2 years ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was about to say, we haven't been doing this cast that long in
I mean, we
comparison
have, but
to... Not into comparison to, like... I mean, the first Last of Us was like 5 years before we started the podcast.
that is true.
Um,
And they actually did a documentary for that too.
at the end of January, we have Tekken 8. I know you like Tekken.
Yes, I actually have the demo downloaded on my PS5.
Okay. I know you... Is this the game that I believe you were a little bit iffy on, Suicide Squad?
Oh, I think it's gonna be garbage.
Okay, so you are on record saying it's going to be garbage.
Hot garbage.
I'm sure Wes hopes he's wrong. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League is coming out in February.
Yeah, very
Um,
very soon.
I mean, maybe other people have the same idea as you, which is why it's not popping up on a whole lot of most anticipated
I'm
lists.
gonna put it to you this way. I got done reading an article from IGN. They said they played it, they stopped playing it, and then that was pretty much the end of the article. They didn't even give it a grade.
Tomb Raider Remastered in February is coming out mid-February.
Which Tomb Raider? That's my question. Is it like is it like the new like 2016, 2018 Tomb Raider, or is it like our Lara Croft Pyramid Tits remake Tomb Raider?
You Google that while I keep going. So what else do we have here? So we getting back to March, where we're talking about Princess Peach and all that stuff. Rise of the Ronin.
So it's supposed to be the remastered? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's our Tomb Raiders.
Beautiful.
It's 1, 2, and 3.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh wow, they definitely I'm gonna sound so fucked up, but they definitely rounded her out. They're not Pyramid anymore.
In June, we have Destiny 2: The Final Shape. Is that something that would get you to jump back into Destiny 2? Because you played that, didn't you?
I did.
I'm assuming that's a DLC.
Yes, it's absolutely a DLC. That's the part you're gonna pay for.
That was a really stupid question. I clearly just said
places,
Destiny 2 and then asked if it was a DLC.
So most spots actually, like I know PlayStation right now has it for free. So, I mean, you can rock with it. And then, I mean, I think all of the DLCs is, I mean, that's stuff you have to pay for, or the season passes or whatever the hell you do now. It's a microtransaction fucking orgasm over there. So, I'm fucking done with it.
As long as there is no, as long as there's no delay, I love that Black Myth Wukong comes out a week before my birthday.
That's pretty lit.
Sure is. What else we got? Then this is just a list of big 2024 games to be announced. This is off Game Rant. I'm just looking to see.
All right, yeah, throw it out.
The ones we have here: Beyond Good and Evil 20th anniversary.
We've been waiting.
How
for
long
the
have we
Beyond...
been hearing about that?
No,
it's the second one, right?
Yes. Well, we've been waiting for it for at least the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Basically, since as long as we've been doing this podcast, has been Beyond Good and Evil 2. Because I remember that was one of the first trailer episodes that we did that we had that. Because it was part of like some E3 stuff. And it was fucking beautiful.
Do you remember how Greedfall did?
Greedfall?
Because Greedfall 2 comes out also. And then remember, these are all to be announced, so I
don't even know what the fuck Greedfall is.
Really? Also, this is for PC, but I know Hades 2 early access.
Hades 2 is coming out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that you have. What else is gonna be? Shit. So not. It's some Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
Still
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, this looks interesting.
Something that has me very excited: Little Nightmares 3.
That should be good.
Hacha.
I still need to play the second one. The first one was fun.
Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Luigi's Mansion: Dark Moon. Luigi's Mansion. Have you ever played one of those games before?
Actually, I have not.
It's coming to the Switch. They're fun. Well, I played it for
Luigi's
GameCube.
Mansion 3
That's
on the Switch.
What?
Pretty sure.
That would make sense. The last Luigi's Mansion game I played was on the Wii, I believe.
The fuck is that?
That looks like a Xenomorph's dog. Just saying.
So while Andy's going through these other things, I'm still checking out the Greedfall 2 like pictures.
Wes is in. This makes Wes saw that and he's in. This actually makes me super excited. Remember a few months ago when I was talking about how I jumped back into some of the older games, so I was playing Paper Mario?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't get the next one. The next one, Paper Mario 1000-Year Door Remaster, is coming to Switch in 2024.
Ooh.
So that's fantastic. I've never played that one, period. So I'm excited for that.
Jess was into the Paper Mario stuff.
I love it. I'm not really I'm interested just because this is a throwback for us because we are 90s kids. Coming to consoles and PC, Rugrats Adventures in Gameland. I would absolutely go back in time and play a Rugrats game.
See, I don't think I ever played a Rugrats game before.
I had a Rugrats game that was, can you type in Rugrats video game? It's like a board game type thing. It was almost like their version of a Mario Party kind of. But I don't remember what it was called.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was so good though.
Dude, okay, so at first I was about to say N64 graphics, but like
the one I had was
PlayStation.
Well, the one I played was N64.
Oh, this is GameCube.
Yeah, I played. Holy moly!
Royal Ransom.
Dude, it looks like Tommy's.
Oh, it's got the Asian girl.
Looks
in
like
it.
Tommy's on meth.
I mean, you have heard the dark thing about the Rugrats, how all the babies are Angelica's subconscious.
Yes.
Like that shit's pretty twisted.
Oh,
there was an N64 one. Scavenger Hunt.
And I'm.
She was made by THQ. I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the one. What was it called? Is it just
Scavenger Hunt?
Yeah, that was it. It was fun too. It was actually a lot of fun. THQ Nordic out here coming back with South Park Snow Day.
Yes, I know you're super excited for that.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, you had the fractured butthole.
Sign me up. Sign me up. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Yes.
And we are still anxiously awaiting you playing Hellblade, since we know that it's so short.
I fucked with it for about an hour and a half.
And you didn't tell anybody?
Like a few weeks ago.
I'm angry at you.
Okay. You're allowed to be angry
I
at
just
me.
like had to knife hand the table.
Yeah, you really did. Like, okay, Anthony.
So we have stuff. We're gonna don't think that that's just. We're coming back to that.
No. We can come back
So
to that.
we have Star Wars Outlaws and Star Wars Hunters.
I know you're
both coming up.
I know you're pumped for that stuff.
I love Star Wars. They're always. It depends because
have you finished?
No, I jumped.
Jedi?
I jumped back into it, but I have not finished it
Okay.
yet. Because I started playing something else. Go figure.
It's okay. I got something I'm messing with now. So.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem.
Yes.
Yep. We got that coming. Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. I'm actually excited about that. I have only played 2 Lord of the Rings. I've never watched the movies, never read the books.
Never watched the movies.
I
or
played
read the books.
2 games, and they were incredible. Both of them were. So I would actually be interested in playing that.
That one might actually be a good one for Audible.
Yeah.
It's probably long as fuck.
Wolf Among Us 2. Played the Wolf Among Us. That was fun. I'm only going to say this one, not because I plan on playing it, just because why would I not want to say this one? World of Goo 2.
Hell yeah.
So there's there's a lot coming in 2024, and then there was also some who was texting me. So I also saw some things that I believe are coming this year. I don't remember the company, but the CES 2024, Jesus Christ, 2023, I believe, or did it happen in 2024?
Did it just happen?
I don't remember if it just happened or if it happened a couple weeks ago. But it wouldn't have been more than a couple weeks ago. Just type in CES, it'll pop up. They had I forget what company is coming out with it, but it is a full haptic gaming chair.
Okay.
So it has the haptics in the it's still pretty basic. They've got it in the butt and in the back. So that'll be interesting. But there was some cool stuff that was coming out. It was a little more
Okay, so that's
PC than console, but there were stuff that were applicable to consoles.
Okay, so it's a 16 haptic actuator and it's compatible with most gaming chairs. So it's
Razer.
an addition.
Razer.
Yeah, it's Razer, which everybody knows from all sorts of different like computer components and stuff like that. So, I'm looking at an article right now from Engadget by Sarah Fielding, and dude, it got dropped. Everybody got to see it a few days ago actually with CES 2024. You were able to mess around with it with a VR headset as well. So that's pretty nuts. I mean, if I'm playing a game that I'm running, and then I get shot, if I'm sitting down and then I get like shot in the back, I mean, that's going to be some shit.
Yeah. So,
but that's cool though, man.
Yeah, that was one of the only things that I saw that was actually applicable to consoles as well, instead of just PC.
I mean, there was a lot of VR stuff at CES this year.
There was. But I want to ask, what are you most excited for out of all that stuff in 24? If they do come in 24, we know delays are always right around the corner. But if they do come out,
I mean, look, Avowed is absolutely one of those games that I want to see. Badly.
It's on my radar.
Yeah.
It's on my radar. Black Myth has to be at the forefront for me, I think.
Black Myth definitely sits up top. I mean, again, dude, it's the anticipation. Like, we've known about this game for a long time.
You know what I want in 2024? I'm not going to get the game, but I would love some concrete info. Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls 6.
Look, man, that's a very good one-to-one information.
Dude, we got a title trailer. What? 5 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
I think it was before the podcast because I'm pretty sure it was
the,
when we were watching
Andrew WK. It was the
yeah,
Andrew WK
when we were watching in my
one.
basement.
So that was Fallout 76.
Yes.
It's the same year for 76.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look up when that. Remember we were talking about the Fallout 76. Was it a Jersey expansion or Philly? Remember?
No,
we were saying how we would jump in.
It's New Jersey.
Do you know when that's coming? That's got to be soon, right? Because I will definitely jump back in with you for that.
Let's see here. Don't you?
I'm not gonna get us clipped.
I don't want to get dickmaned. So that's gonna be coming out on PlayStation and Xbox December 5th. All right, so we got some at the end of the year.
we got a ways to go.
It's all right. So let's see. Yeah, look, Tekken 8. I actually think I might jump back into the series with that. I honestly do. Here we go. Let me go and help you out.
No, you're good.
Um,
I'm used to sitting in the middle, so I know how to rotate this.
that is true. That is true. The Paul World is one that I think is going to be cool because that's what basically Pokemon with guns. Do you not remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean that one I feel like is going to be pretty interesting.
Scroll up a little bit.
We
Silent Hill 2. What? Oh, a remake of 2001's. Okay. Dude, I've been waiting for them to remake all these damn Resident Evil remakes, which I love.
Yeah.
Like, what? Wait a minute. What, did they remake the original Silent Hill, or are they just skipping to 2?
I don't know.
That's a silly thing.
That's a very good question. There isn't really
Hellblade 2 I'm interested in.
Yeah, so Senua's Saga, I definitely want to play just because of what I gathered so far from playing. Like, dude, it even fucks my head up. Like, and that's what we can talk about in a hot sec. But yeah, dude, that's some shit messing around with Hellblade. But yeah, dude, Avowed definitely sits high. Tekken 8 sits pretty high.
Black Myth.
Yeah, Black Myth, obviously.
Skull and Bones, I'm interested to see.
Princess Peach Showtime definitely shot up there because I didn't know about it, and I am super excited to see it.
Yeah.
Because that'll be something that Jess and I will sit there. That could be like our game night thing that we do as a couple.
For sure.
Because I love those nights.
So those are not all, just some of the games slated to come out in 2024. So we can just do it.
So right now, we're going to do what are we playing?
All right.
Didn't even mean to hit that one. Shit.
Oh, you're doing.
Hell, we already did news.
Yeah, touche. So why don't I'll go first because I'm going to be nitpicking on you.
Yes.
Because I want to know. So I haven't. When I was sick, I couldn't really play all too much, and that's what kind of sucked. I'm stuck in that position where I finished Spider-Man, was ready to jump back into Jedi Survivor, which I knew was going to be tough because I told you initially how much larger that game is.
Yes.
So trying to remember where I've been and what I was doing would have been fine if I was able to start it right away. But then I got sick and I kept putting it off, and then I was like, I want to play something. Like I haven't played anything in forever, so I had downloaded the Mega Man Legacy collections. The original ones, not the X series, because
I have those because
they're free.
Yeah.
So I beat the entire first Legacy collection, which is 1 through 6.
I'm not surprised.
I'm on Mega Man 7. I've beaten all the robots. I'm starting the Wily shit now. Yeah. It was just easy, like to get the controller back into my hands and just start playing.
It's a good way to crawl before you walk.
Yeah, I messed around with it with NHL a little bit because now that the new season started, you get all the updated rosters and stuff like that. So I messed around with that a bit, but not all too much. The bulk of what I've been doing has been Mega Man. That's why I wanted to go first because that's really all I have. But you, sir, dropped a bombshell on me that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Considering we had plans for this.
Look, I know we had plans for this, and I talked a lot of shit, but I'm
just more interested now.
Look, I'll be honest. I was really high and I was really curious. Okay, so I'm like, something? Let's go.
That's fair.
Let's go.
That's fair.
So yeah, I fucked around in the first area of Hellblade. So and also so before when I played it, I had regular headset on.
Yeah, you got the right ones now.
I had a regular headset on, and I'm like, okay, this ain't. Look, I get it. Okay. Now I have the actual Microsoft Xbox officially licensed fucking headset.
So now you get it.
Yes, yes, and
that first little boat trip to get you.
Yes. So the anxiety that you do feel just from trying to focus on the story while you're having all of that stuff happening in the background, dude, it's wild. It's it essentially is that's cranked up to 11 compared to what I deal with.
Good. I'm saying I'm glad that you don't deal with that. I don't like that you deal with what you deal with, but the fact that it's
the inner monologue is fine. I'm used to it by now. I've had it for the majority of my adult life, so whatever. But like having, I guess because it's either always my voice or I'm replaying something back that's happened to me.
Yeah.
So I know all the voices. I think that's why for me it's a little different.
Yeah.
Because I heard like a man's voice in there, a lot of female voices, like I mean dude, going everywhere from young women to old crone, like dude, like all through the spectrum.
Did you get into?
It's a fucking trip.
Did you get into any combat?
No, I didn't make it to any combat yet.
I'm interested to see when you get into some combat. What about the Oh God.
I made it
It's
past.
been so long since I did it, so I'm assuming they already explained like the permadeath and all that shit.
Yeah, that was explained in it.
That helps with the old anxiety, huh?
So
Don't let the black shit crawl up too high, or else you got to start all over.
So I'm not worried about that right now, just because I'm not there. You know what I mean? I'm not at the point where I'm like, shit, I really need to stop fucking around.
I cannot wait for you to get into some combat, because, like I said, the game blew me away because I had no idea what it was about. I had no clue that it had anything to do with any like Norse mythology and stuff like that. I had no clue. So when I started battling and they were referencing certain people and I was seeing certain people, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Also, because when I played it, I wasn't that far removed from watching like the Thor movies and stuff like that. So
yeah, and also like I've gone real deep into like Norse mythology lately. Like all the Aesir gods and all that shit. I love all that stuff, the Greek gods, all the mythology. But other than that, I kind of did something.
what'd you do?
I bought a game.
You bought a game.
I bought a game.
What'd you buy?
I bought a game that was Game of the Year.
What game?
Baldur's Gate 3.
All right.
So,
round of applause for
after a few months of running a D&D campaign, or I mean, being a part of a D&D campaign, which I'm still a part of, and we actually have a podcast out for. You guys will hear a little trailer for that, but I mean, when this episode ends, Mike and we recorded a little something the other day. So, yeah, Nat 1 Adventure, Team Clock, there you go. How the hell can I leave out my guy? But yeah, so I am a tiefling named Lokira. The customization in the beginning of the game is probably some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Legit.
So let me explain it. Not only can you can be complete intersex. Like you can have, you can sling and you can go ahead and have some big mama jammas. All right. You can go have that. You can just be like just normal person. You can choose a they them pronoun in the game, which is pretty cool. Vitiligo. You can have degrees of vitiligo, and that's a fucking trip. My girl, because Lokira, I have her set up with vitiligo, and then you also can do different color eyes.
Dope.
I forget what that one's called. Hemochromia, some shit like that. But yeah, dude, so not only have I been currently working my own campaign on that, to where I'm a paladin, which is kind of like it's kind of like a soldier, but I have an oath that I have to follow, so I kind of have to steer myself towards this little line that I got to keep, like my thought process on. Like, if I see something super evil, regardless if I feel bad about it, I have to go kill it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I don't, I break my oath, and if you break your oath as a paladin, you lose a lot of powers and shit like that. So, but I'm also running a 4-person campaign with the guys as well. So Dan has it, Mike has it, Hav has it. So we're all running different stuff. And the best part, like the funniest thing about it, I am a rogue in my actual D&D. I'm a paladin in my solo, and I am a ranger.
So you're just coming at it from all angles.
Dude,
All the
I'm going
experience.
everywhere. I'm going everywhere.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Dude, I honestly am. So I've gotten a lot more used to like turn-based stuff, which is very different when you play multiplayer.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Well, I remember from playing, because I played the entire first Divinity game multiplayer.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right. That's right. Question with that. When you had initiative, if somebody had the same like initiative number, did you both go like at the same time?
No.
Because that's what happens in Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't know. I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't remember because it was like a decade ago.
That is true.
But
yeah, nah, man. Baldur's Gate 3 has been a lot of fun so far. I'm still going through God of War Ragnarok. I'm walking my way through on that one. I'm still enjoying a lot of the story, but I've just currently been having a lot more fun diving into the world of D&D. It is my current hyperfixation.
Okay.
So
rock and roll, baby.
Oh yeah. And then we started messing around with the Nintendo Switch Sports. My son is a fucking phenom in bowling.
Yeah, you were showing us.
Yeah, but dude, it's not even half of it. So I didn't get to tell you. He bowled a game that was he almost got a 200 bowling the game backwards.
He's got the shine.
Dude, he was kicking ass. Like last I know, right? Like, dude, last week I had to lay the law down, and I had to get a total game of like in the 210s, like high 210s, and I'm like, or even 2 teens, and I'm like, all right, this score will hold for at least a little bit. But now he keeps on getting closer and closer to 200.
You gotta practice. He shouldn't be waxing you yet,
dude. Like he is.
Get your game up, bro.
He is cleaning Elena's clock in this game.
Hey, step your game up, girl.
Oh man, like dude, she gets so fucking mad. And like I said, he throws it like not even caring. And then he's doing like intermediate like obstacles in the way, and still getting fucking strikes. Like shit's insane.
That's wild.
I fucking love it though. Dude, we've been doing that. Fucking badminton's been fun in that. Yeah, it's all been a good time.
Yeah, I picked it for Alex and I. Because we've been playing Wii Sports recently.
I will, like, if you get it, I will say you should get the
attachments.
Yes.
We did for the Wii, so.
Well, yeah, because I mean we got the attachments for the Switch.
Sick.
Even though the kids already broke the golf club, one of the golf clubs.
Dope.
Oh,
I got nothing else.
Oh shit!
I went first, bro.
Yeah. All right. So next week, Anthony will be here. We have our first original episode of the year. We will also have a quick little conversation about a huge milestone that we hit that I am so proud of this.
Choo, motherfuckers.
Dude, I am so fucking proud of this.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an absolute fucking blast.
It'll be a banger.
Let's let Anthony take you out on the 1s and 2s for the last time, hopefully. And then we'll talk to you in a minute.
Glorious. It's a glorious day today, and it's Saturday. And we're going to connect with CGC. You can find us at consolegamingcrew.com. You can find us at our email, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle, by the way, is at consolecrew. YouTube and Instagram are both Console Gaming Crew. If you check us out, check out Boss Rush Network, which is bossrush.net. Great place. There's lots of things you can find there, aside from us. Great people. By the way, Twitch should be returning at some point. It is CGC Podcast. We have Co-op Mondays, and we're going to do something fancy for Fridays. I don't know yet. But that's where you can find us. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.
All right. Scoops, Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year, dude. I'm so glad to be back.
Let's fucking get it popping. And we got a fantastic calendar, too.
We do. We got a brand new Mario calendar.
Super Mario calendar, dude. Fucking love it. I'm so glad I picked that up.
That score's a little low, but
Hey, we gonna get there.
That's all good.
We get there. So until next time, y'all, please be good, man. Wash your hands. Do what you gotta do to feel good, and better play them games. That's how I feel good.
Absolutely.
And as always, y'all,
game on, baby.
Game on, please.
This was a show from
6 years old, maybe. Productions.